Hi, Diana. Thanks for joining. Joanne was supposed to start this, but she's running a little bit behind, so I'm starting it. Hello from Georgia, Alice. I'm not from Georgia. I'm from Pennsylvania. But hello, Alice. Thank you for joining in. Hopefully, Joanne will be joining us soon. She was going to be the one to start all this, but uh, she's running a little bit behind, so I said I would start it. I feel like I'm not too exciting today. I was expecting Joanne to lead this, so I'm a little. Diana said I wasn't sure whose page it was on, so checking back and forth. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Alice, for being here. Jess, hi. Do you want to join us, Jess? I could put you on, Jess, if you want. I think I can put you on. Maybe I shouldn't promise that, but I think I can. Yeah, I'm excited to see what we'll talk about. Last time I was on by myself, but last time I was on, we were talking about men and women going through their midlife crisis, women deteriorating and going through menopause, and men going out and buying Jeeps, and how it wasn't fair. We'd much rather buy Jeeps than go through menopause. Hi, Marina. Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. All right, let me see. Or Corvettes for sure. What am I missing here? Yes, Corvettes. That's the last one. Sorry, I was checking something out. Those night sweats are the worst. Oh my gosh, they are. They are. They've been fiddling around with some HRT, hormone replacement therapy, for me, so I'm not dying. I don't know. No one warns you. You know, I think that men have it easier than women for sure. Well, we were saying with the Jeep, like somebody was saying that their husband got a Jeep or something. Hi, Michelle. And I said, well, yeah, I'd rather have a Jeep than menopause, especially a Jeep filled up with yarn. And then somebody else actually found a pattern to crochet a Jeep. So I thought that was pretty funny. We had a pretty good little conversation going on last time I was on. Does somebody want to be the moderator? I found out the hard way that you really should have a moderator for this, because somebody came on my last live and said, "Oh, you're so ugly. Why are you on here? You're so ugly." So the moderator, luckily I had a moderator because someone was just talking to me about it and they kicked him out. So if anybody's willing, let me know in the comments if you're willing to be the moderator. Yeah, I didn't get to see it. They just said they saw that there was a pattern for a crochet Jeep. That would be really cool to see, Alice. I didn't bother to go back and follow up and look it up, but that would be cute. I don't know how big it was. I don't know if it was just like a mini thing or if it was big. I've seen lately some really, really big crocheting things, and I keep wondering, like, oh my gosh, who had the time for that? No takers for the moderator, huh? That's okay. I'll see if I can kick them out if somebody comes in and starts talking about how ugly we are. So, what are you guys up to today? Sunday. Were you enjoying your Sunday? Crickets. I'm just trying to think. The weather was so weird here today. Um, it was really sticky humid. Alice said, "I don't understand how some people can just act so ugly and negative." Diana said, "I can't because I don't know how long I can stay." Yeah, that's understandable. That's fine. I think we can take care of it. It was like that was the only time it happened, and it was funny because I'd never assigned a moderator before. Good study, lots of crochet. Yes, Diana was busy crocheting today. Maritza, hola, ¿cómo estás? Um, yeah, I had never had a moderator before because, oh my gosh, Marina's busy. She said, I'm hosting a teen hangout and live streaming a concert. Okay, I get it. You're busy. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'd never had a moderator before, and I was talking on my last live, and it was just a nice little group of us chatting, and somebody said you should always have a moderator because that way you could take care of bad behavior. And I was like, okay, so I assigned a couple people to be moderator, and I was thinking in my brain like, oh, I don't we don't really need a moderator who's going to come into a crocheting or yarn channel and do anything. I never had anything happen to me before. And then, of course, uh, somebody came in like probably about 10 minutes later and was just talking about how ugly I was. So, yeah, I don't understand it. I think they were just trying to there are people who are just trying to look for a fight. My oldest son, I'm sorry I bring him up so much. Everybody's proud of their children. My oldest son is autistic and he does a YouTube channel called Roman from My Life with Autism. And he did, yeah, of course, the one time. I know. It was funny. I was thinking nothing ever happens there. And yeah, it did. But he did a live, and he's a little bit socially awkward, so his live was a little bit awkward. I was attending it, but I didn't put myself as a moderator, which I probably should. And somebody came on and kept trying to instigate something. They were telling him, they're like, "How long you been off crack? How long you been off crack?" And they kept putting it over and over. He ignored it because he honestly didn't know how to respond to it. And everybody who was in the group was, everybody who was there listening to him ignored it, which was probably the best thing because he did it like 3 or 4 times, like, how long you been off crack? And then finally he left. So I guess he wasn't getting the reaction that he wanted. And I think just there are some people who want that reaction, you know. All right, we're getting a guest. Ah, there she is. You're not
Crochet
upside
party!
Woohoo! You're not upside down this time.
Thank God, I'm learning. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, I'm glad that you could join in. I think that Joanne's gonna be joining us shortly too, so I think you can have 3 of us, right?
I don't know.
I
We're gonna
don't know
find
either.
out.
It
If
said
not,
I
just
could
kick
keep
me out.
Oh, that's horrible about his live, yeah. Did you hear the story I told about Roman's live? Or were you trying to get on?
No, I was trying to get on.
Oh, okay. So I was just saying about having a moderator because I had never had a moderator before, but then the last time I was on a live, the ladies were like, "Oh, you have to have a moderator in case something bad happens." So I put some people as moderator, thinking, "Oh, I'm not going to need anything." And sure enough, someone came on and was saying, "Why are you so ugly? You're so ugly." And so
What is
the
wrong
people
with people?
and then the people who were moderating, they kicked him out. So I was like, oh, I guess I did need a moderator. But then Roman did a live and he's a little bit socially awkward. But there was someone who was trying to instigate him and they kept writing, how long you been off crack? How long you been off crack? And they said it probably like 3 or 4 times and then they just left because Roman was ignoring him and everybody who was there at his live was ignoring the comment. So he wasn't getting the reaction that he wanted and left.
Exactly.
So I don't know. That's what all the messages were, people were like, "Oh my gosh, why do people do that?" I don't know. There's just some people who thrive on, that kind of thing.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So,
People are mean.
yes.
But yes, I did see that. I was watching that, and then You're like, "Oh, I never did a moderate thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay. I'm learning something too." I'm just get dabbling into these lives. So I was like watching, and then like what, 10 minutes later or something, you were like, "Oh my gosh." We were just
Yeah,
talking about this.
yeah, it was just weird. It was just weird. But I guess it's good. Good to learn. This is kind of how I learn. It seems like I learn on the fly, like, oh, let me just try this out and see. And then everybody tells me, oh, no, 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 you need to do this. You need to do this. So
Well, you're brave.
I don't know about that, but definitely not about everything. But I had to find out what this live thing was about. So
Yeah. Oh, I definitely love it.
yeah, it's awesome. And it's almost like FaceTiming, it's kind of like getting
Yeah.
to know everybody a lot better. I really like that.
Yep.
Oh, your hair looks beautiful.
Oh, we just had a birthday party for Kitty because tomorrow's her
Oh,
birthday. And everybody just left, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just in time to like sit down and watch the live." And then you're like, "Come join me," and I was like running around. I'm like, "I'm going live. No one bother me."
all right. We're adding Michelle as a moderator. I
Thank
think I
you,
just did it.
Michelle.
Yay, Michelle. You can kick out all the ugly people. Oh, yeah, yeah. You have to tell Alice the story about your poncho behind you on Guinevere.
Oh my God, do you want to know? That is so funny because her name is Genevieve, right?
Oh, Genevieve. I
But
don't know why I said
no,
that. I'm sorry.
no, my husband keeps calling her Guinevere, and then you said it, and I'm like, wait a minute,
I'm sorry about
I
that.
was just gonna say, did he pay you to say
No,
that?
no.
It
I've
really
got
caught
tears
me
in
off
my eyes now.
guard. That really caught me off. I'm like, all right, he had to have paid you to say that. I don't know why, but he
That was
keeps
just the thing that popped into my mind. Oh my
well, that
gosh.
is too funny. Yes, this is a crochet poncho top on Genevieve. Genevieve, say hello. And I'm doing Wearable Wednesday with lovely Heather, trying to get better at these wearables. And I don't know what happened, but this came out way too big. Like it's like a 6X. I don't know what happened. I don't know. So I'm trying it again. I'm starting my second panel since everyone said my other panel looked like it was pretty much wide enough. So I don't want to make this mistake again.
Well, the thing is, you could always add a row or two if you are noticing that it feels tight.
Yeah.
I mean, you could take that one apart too, but I think I'd rather add a couple more rows than, you know.
Yeah. I ain't taking that apart.
it,
No, no, no.
it reminded me of like a bathing suit cover. I would totally wear that
Yeah.
as a bathing suit cover.
Yeah. And then I noticed, I think this sugar wheel cotton that I'm using, I think it's a little stretchier than the comfy cotton that
Okay.
you used and what it called for. So I think that's where I went wrong too.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was so stretchy. Live and learn.
Yeah. The comfy cotton wasn't
Thank
what
you,
it called for either. Did you use what the pattern called for?
Mm-mm.
No. Yeah, because I thought it was a pretty expensive yarn.
Yeah.
That's why I went on that website that tells you what you can substitute, like what yarns you can substitute for certain ones. So I plugged that in, and comfy cotton was more reasonably priced.
Yeah.
So,
And I have some comfy cotton, but I didn't have enough to make it. And then I noticed I had a bunch of this cotton, but I didn't realize. So
yeah.
shocking.
You live and learn. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing too with these wearables. It's just all an experiment. But
Oh my God. Yours
once you
are
do it,
amazing.
the what?
I said yours are amazing, especially that the white and yellow tank top that you're doing.
Oh, thanks.
Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful.
I'm looking forward to how that one's going to turn out. It's the same pattern as that yellow one that I did right before, just comparing
Mhm.
the
It's
two
just, I don't
yarns.
know, just that little pop of color is just
Yes.
making it so different.
Yes, and this is really soft with the, Kaboo, but it was a lot to do it with Kaboo.
Yeah. Now, do you find that one easier than the Dollar Tree yarn, or
No, I wouldn't say it's easier. I would say it's softer, and I'm curious if it's gonna lay differently because the one that I made with the Dollar Tree yarn, um, my husband is he makes fun of me a little bit because he's like, "It looks a little stiff," you know? I mean, I don't know.
Mm,
I think it looks good, and I'm gonna wear it, but,
yeah.
he's like, "Oh, it looks a little stiff," kinda like it flares out at the bottom and it's, not flowy.
Yeah, I think this one's gonna drape better.
Yeah.
I think the
Kaboo.
Kaboo, thank you. I
Yeah.
had a brain fart there.
Yeah, I have a feeling it will too. That's what I'm working on now, actually.
Ooh,
It's a nice mindless thing, these wearables.
yes.
Michelle said she can't wait to see the difference. Me too. Me too. I want to put it on and see. And then the decision of you've never used Kaboo. Some people thought it was splitty. I haven't had any issues with it, and it is definitely really really soft to work with.
Yeah, I
Um,
made, my youngest daughter shorts with it, and it split a lot on me. I don't know if it was
oh,
the week I had or what,
yeah. Well,
but
you're
it
not the only one who said that. There were a couple other people who did. And again, like, I don't know if it's this hook I'm using either. I'm using a Susan Bates, and it's really, like, deep, like, it's a deep cut hook. So I don't know if that makes a difference or not. I didn't try it with a different hook, I was like, "Oh, I'm already going with this one. I'm just gonna keep going."
yeah.
But, yeah, the texture is really the biggest thing that I noticed so far. I'm not ashamed to wear the one with the Dollar Tree yarn, it's
Oh,
not I think it's really pretty with that one too.
uh,
So,
very pretty.
yeah, so the question would be, is it worth? Because the price difference was $13 and $54. Is it
A big
worth that
difference.
extra? Yeah, is it worth that extra
Yeah,
extra money?
that's a big
So,
difference.
oh, I'm excited because, and I don't have it here, but we have a store called The Art of Recycle, and they sell like secondhand art supplies and yarn and sewing supplies and stuff like that. And they
Mhm.
had a whole skein of alpaca yarn for
Ooh.
$3. So
Ooh,
it was just one skein. So I got it and I made myself a hat with it. And it's white and it's fuzzy and it's just so nice.
and how was working with that?
That was delicious. It was wonderful.
I
I
bet.
just worked it up really fast too, it was just something I did in a couple hours. I just, like, sat down and did it just because it feels really good. That was a steal. Michelle
Yes,
said, "What
it
a steal."
was.
I couldn't believe it, and it's hit or miss there because I've seen them sell full skeins of Red Heart Super Saver, and they're asking, like, 8 to $10 for it, and I'm
Oh,
like, "That's ridiculous."
that's
But
not
I think they don't know what they have, in that case,
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I'm grabbing this up," I'll leave
Oh,
that
yeah.
Super Saver over there. I'm grabbing this up. So
Oh,
it's like
definitely.
hit or miss depending on how they decide to price it. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's
and they have books there too, which I only just found out. I don't know if they just opened up like a new section or if I just never realized that section was there before, but I went over and got a few books for 25 cents. Yeah,
nice. What
can't
kind of
complain.
books?
I got books for the kids to read over the summer. One of the books was like about a middle schooler playing video games, and so I thought, okay, that's perfect for Odin because that's pretty much what he likes to do.
Yeah.
And I forget what the other one was another one that I thought he would like. So he just read Hatchet, and he read it in like 3 days. I was like, oh my god, I didn't expect you to go
Oh,
through that book that fast. So I had to find some more stuff for him.
that's good. Yeah, when you find a good book and
Yeah,
you just can't put it down, I love that.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. I haven't read a book in so long though, just because I've been working so hard here with, trying to
Yeah.
to get strings and threads going, and I just
Yes.
have to make choices, you know? It's
Yep.
hard. It is hard sometimes to make those choices.
Sometimes the audiobooks could be expensive too if you don't
Oh, yeah.
if you do the subscription there. And then I know you could get it through the library, which I've done a few, but they don't have like all the like titles. Like you can't
Oh,
find like everything there, so
they
it's
don't have it for everything.
yeah, so that's kind of hard.
I do like to sit down, and I know we talked before about, like, listening to the podcast. I do like to listen to
Mhm.
stories. I should probably do that, like, see if I can get some audiobooks, or something to listen to. That way
Yeah,
I'm still getting the stories. I just love those stories.
yeah, yeah. I love listening to like any kind of talking or just like stories of any kind. Just why I crochet. It's just so soothing.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
also because then, like, if I'm really into a pattern or a pattern that I'm doing, I could concentrate on it. I don't have to like keep like looking up at like the TV or something if I'm watching TV or
That's a good point.
yeah.
That's a really good point.
Oh, this first row is always so hard.
Trying to remember, is that the, like, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet? Is that the one?
Yep.
Alice said, "Looks like I'm going to get rain, so the clothes are gonna have to come back off the line." Oh, that's a
Oh
bummer.
boy.
Ugh. And then Diana said, "Can use friends from other places who don't use all their what?
Borrow.
Oh, borrow spots. Use friends cards from other places who don't use all their borrow spots." For the books, I'm assuming? Like, maybe at a library or something?
Oh, maybe.
Cool. Yeah, gosh, I had a thing for our local library, and I don't know where it is now because I haven't been there in ages. When the kids were little, oh, yeah, on their library card. Okay, that's what I was thinking you meant. When the kids were little, we would go and do activities at the library, read-alongs, and they would have arts and crafts and stuff like that. But I think once they started school and I went back to work, we just stopped going to the library. So,
Yeah. They have some nice stuff there. I know my kids went a few times for like comic book day and
oh, neat.
I forget what else. Lego day, I think, and
Oh, that sounds fun.
yeah. Uh-oh. I gotta get my chart. I just have to get my charger. My phone's gonna die. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Now it's my turn to leave.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to look for my library card. So what's everybody's favorite book? I'll get some ideas.
Oh, that's good ideas.
I still have to say I think my favorite was, The Hunger Games.
Oh, I loved Hunger Games.
Oh my gosh, yes. The Outsiders. I've seen that. That's a series, isn't it? Or is that just one book? I'm pretty sure I've seen that, but I've never read it. I should try and get a hold of that because that sounded interesting.
Oh, oh. Whoops.
We're getting a view of your desk. Anything Stephen King. Oh, it's one book, one movie. Okay, I don't know why I thought that was a series. The Outsiders. I'll have to look for that because I have heard of that.
Oh, come on.
You get scared with Stephen King? I don't know. Some of those movies, like some of those books, make me more uh, like anxiety. Like they make my anxiety go up. It's like,
Yeah.
no, this isn't even real. I'm trying to remember what I read. Okay, Marina said most libraries let you borrow ebooks, audiobooks on their website. You don't even have to go in person. Oh, that's perfect. I should go online then and see what I can get. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, is that
Oh, I
what it
heard
was
that
called?
before.
Oh my gosh, I read the first book, and it was like one of those books that you could not put down. But I think like my blood pressure and my anxiety and everything was like at maximum by the time I got to the end of that book. And then they had more in that series, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do more. I couldn't read another one, even though it was kind of suspenseful leading into the next book. I just couldn't go into it because too much anxiety. Okay, I'm missing some here.
There we go.
Alice said one of those really good kind of coming of age books, good for boys. I have 3 grown boys. Okay, The Outsiders. I'll have to keep that in mind. Diana said, been reading him since I was in 7th grade, which was a long time ago. The Borrowers. Okay, you know what? I have a little pad here that I keep. I'm going to write these down. So
Any good mystery ones? I like a good mystery.
I like mystery too.
Love a good plot twist.
Okay, so The Outsiders. I'm writing this down. And The Borrowers. The Outsiders was one of my favorite books when I was young. She wrote it when she was only 17. Oh my gosh. White Squall. I'm going to have to write that down too. If I could get these on audio, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Yeah. What is White Squall about? I'm curious. I never heard of that one. Some of the other titles I had heard the title before, but that one I've never heard anything about.
Yeah, I never heard of that either.
The Dragon Tattoo book was good, but too dark for me. Yeah, I agree. Oh my gosh. But it was like so hard to put down the book because it was like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? I have to know what happens next, even though my anxiety was going up through the roof. But yeah, I know that like a lot of those are made into movies, but I tend to I'd rather like know what the book was like because there's so much that gets left out in the movies. You know, like Harry Potter, the movies were well done, but they're not the book. You know, same thing with uh the girl or what were we just talking about? The one that was my favorite. Oh, the Hunger Games. I think Joanne is here. Can you click the link and get on, Joanne?
If not, let me know and I'll get off.
Joanne should have the link. I sent her a text. If it's not working, let me know. I'll resend it first and we'll see. Oh, what is it? Boys go on a school ship and learn about life. Oh, cool. Anything Jane Austen and taste swing wise. Okay. So Stephen King and Jane Austen. Yeah, I tend to not like the movies as much.
Oh yeah, the book is always better.
Yeah. Can you send email? Okay. Let's see. There. Copy link. My boys are you know what? I don't think I can get into my email from here because I only have my Strings and Threads account on my phone and I'm using my phone for the live. Can I text it to you by chance? Would that be okay, Joanne? Oh, I'm sorry. My boys are 13 and 15. Roman, he likes the stories but like he misses a lot of the inferences and stuff when he reads because of the autism. All right, let me try to text it to you, uh,
You want me
Joanne.
to get off and then see if she could hop in?
I still wouldn't be able to email it to her because I can't get into my email. Can I swipe out of this and get to my email on a live, or will it?
No, I think it'll kick you off because that's what
It'll
it did
kick me
to
off.
me.
Okay, so I can't. Yeah, I mean, I have my iPad here, but I don't have my Strings and Threads account, so I don't have her email because the email is saved in my Strings and Threads account. So I wouldn't have your email on this one. I just text. Oh, yeah, I just texted it to you. We'll see if we can get that. Thank you,
Oh,
Marina.
thank you, Marina.
Let me see if mail. Oh, you know what? I am able to. I probably look ridiculous here, like I'm touching the screen, but I am able to email it to you. I just emailed it to you. There was an option for email. We'll see if we can get you on there. I think we can do 3. I've seen people doing more than 2.
Yeah, I thought I did too, but I know this was the all thing. I don't want to, you know.
I think it would be fun to have 3 of us.
Yeah.
Anybody watching any good series on TV? Hello, William.
Oh,
Your wife thought I was conspiring with you. Tell him the story.
she called her Guinevere like you do. I thought you paid her to say that.
I don't that was just what popped into my mind when
Oh my gosh.
I
He says that all the time. I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, rewatching Bones. Nice. It's an easy mistake. We're not in cahoots.
I don't know.
I'm watching Lost with the boys. I should say rewatching it because I watched it before. Um, but they are enjoying that. We're almost through the series. Can you hear the kids?
I can, but it's okay. I don't know if you guys can. If you can, I'm sorry. Like I said, we just had Kitty's birthday, so they got all balloons and stuff out there, so they're hitting the balloon around.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that
They're all
they're
sugared
still
up.
amped up. Yeah, still
Yeah.
amped up from it. Any luck, Joanne? I'm watching Lost during the day. Oh, cool. Somebody else is watching the same thing. Very cool. I was watching The Lost Ship, but that's like about to expire on says I can't join, so I think only 2. Oh no.
Okay, so I'll get out. I don't want to ruin your
Oh,
thing.
Jess. All right.
It's okay. Thanks for having me in
Yeah, we'll do it again.
here.
We'll
Okay.
have to figure out how people do more than 2 then.
Yes, we will definitely have to research this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll
All
talk soon. I didn't know Joanne. I've seen all these other channels, and they have multiple people, so I figured, oh well, I don't think she would mind if we were 3. So, um, you should be good to come on now. I have to research that and see how to get a whole group. Now I'm nervous. Did it work? Do I need to try again? Send it to you. Let's see, mail. I just resent it, Joanne, just in case. Sorry for the pause here, guys. I think you have to have StreamYard more to have more than two. Sorry, let me come up here. But don't quote me. I haven't ever done a live, but I think that's what I recall people saying. So since I have my little tablet here, I'm going to look into StreamYard because I don't know anything about that. StreamYard. And see what that's about. Oh no, now I'm worried because it's taking Joanne so long. Sorry about the pause, guys. It's not a smooth transition. Still says I can't join. All right, well, should we end the live then and restart it? Do you want to start it this time with you leading it? Let me know. I'll shut it down and then you can restart it and send me the link and I'll join you. Is that okay, guys? Look for Joanne for Two Crochet Curious. She'll restart it. She was the one that was going to start it anyway. I just started up because she was running a little bit behind. So I'm going to log off here and then I'll go over to Joanne at Two Crochet Curious and get on there. Thanks for coming in. It was really nice chatting with you guys.